Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 100. It took me a little bit to get here, but I finally made it to episode 100. I know it took me a little bit to actually get out this episode, but you know, stuff comes up, and I had other episodes I was working on, and you know, stuff comes up. So anyway, figured I'd do a little something different here. I mean, I was going to try and come up with something really awesome, really cool for episode 100, but I figured that's going to take, you know, the whole experience of everything I've done is going to kind of start diverging into different paths. I'm going to do, you know, standard Let's Play episodes are just going to be me playing like one or two matches here and there with the sort of, hey, this is what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm going to have my standard tank guide episodes that I'm going to be doing soon, and also I'm going to be thinking about sort of some other little things I can do here and there in the meantime. So kind of diverge things a little bit, make it a little more diverse as opposed to same thing day after day. And of course keep up with the whole patch sort of continuum look ahead sort of thing that I do. So with that said, I actually want to show you guys what being super aggressive can do for you. And I mean, I have learned that sometimes in this game, sitting back and just running around the background doesn't exactly do the job. You gotta get out there, you gotta, you know, cause some havoc in the back. You got to take chances. High risk and high reward pay off. And so what I have started adopting is more of a aggressive stance if I'm in a tank that can go decently fast, because standing in the back and waiting and waiting and waiting and taking a pot shot here and there, it just doesn't get nearly as fun. And you got to keep this game new and different. You can't be doing the same boring thing over and over. And so, I mean, I really think that the Lorraine is perfect for this, and you'll see some other two tanks, one you wouldn't really expect to do this with, and then another you probably would. But, I mean, you kind of want to get up there and move around, cause some havoc, run around the backfield. I mean, look at all the stuff I'm pulling back at me. I have this 4502 now focused on me. I have their tier 10 chasing me from behind that I'm having to deal with. I have half their other tanks looking at me or focusing on me. Of course, I run into a wall here. But you see, I pulled all these people off the front line, in which that's going to allow our team in the back to just get back and make that push. That now, look at all this stuff that I have down here. I have 2 or 3 tanks down here. These 2 were focused on me. That freed up these tanks over here to push at those 2, and those tanks over there to collapse on that one guy. So, really pushing ahead and rushing at people, just, you know, high risk really did pay off. So, I won't let this one finish, but needless to say, ended in a win because I drew a lot of people back and really put them on the off foot. So move on to the next tank here. I mean, even with like a Soviet TD, which is the unexpected one here that I'm going to be pretty aggressive with, you'll see that, you know, sometimes when you be aggressive, you just enjoy the game a lot more than... But then again, that is personal preference. I should say that, you know, just because I'm enjoying taking a more aggressive stance doesn't mean that is the technical correct way to play or that that's the best way for everybody. It's just that's what I'm really enjoying right now, is being rather aggressive and seeing what kind of havoc I can cause. Because I've noticed ever since 8.0, I haven't been able to do quite the same in terms of my stand back and shoot and be defensive and cautious and get like 6 kill, 7 kill, 8 kill games anymore. I found that being aggressive is starting to pay off a little more. And just, I'm changing up my tactics. I've always been a run and gun sort of person in either Halo or Call of Duty or anything like that. And so I'm just started to feel like, you know what, let's go ahead and just get out there and, you know, push hard, push fast, catch people off guard, and see what kind of difference it makes. And I mean, clearly in that last game, it kind of turns the tides because they have to pull back to defend against you, and they're not really ready for that sort of stuff. They're busy focusing out on, you know, oh, I gotta worry about this whole front of tanks coming at me, and then, oh, look, no, now I have a tank behind me about to kill our artillery and get back shots on us. So 2 or 3 tanks go backwards, and that kind of pulls enough people back from the line that, you know, now I have 3 people chasing me. That frees up quite a lot of people in the front lines to go and push ahead and take people out. So while it is a good idea and it pulls people away, it does kind of depend on your team to notice that you've done that and for them to go ahead and make that push to utilize the fact that you've pulled so many people away. So kind of comes down to your team paying attention to that sort of thing. As for this tank, I mean, I've been having a lot of trouble with this SU-100M, and it's just a rough tank that I found for me to be able to use properly. And I don't know if it's just me and my playstyle or what the problem is, but I mean, I've just had so many games where I've just taken loss after loss after loss with no real sense of any sort of idea what to do to make things better, how to win, or anything like that. And it's been just not a fun time in this tank, but I do, again, I enjoy when I push and, you know, make these crazy charges, and it actually pays off. Now, do they pay off all the time? No, by no means does it work out. And as you can see here, I'm kind of like stuck waiting for a target to present itself, because at my current stance, I'm not doing a whole heck of a lot. But, you know what? It's just, sometimes you just gotta change up your tactics to try and, you know, have fun with a tank that you are not enjoying or you need to burn through. Like this tank, I'm almost halfway through eliting it. I need like maybe 20 or 30,000 more experience, but I just find it very difficult to work with. And so I have to just find new ways to make it enjoyable instead of giving up on it and moving on. And so, like I said, go ahead and be aggressive with it. Why not? If I'm gonna, you know, not enjoy the tank, might as well just make the best of it and charge ahead and go out in a blaze of glory and have a good time. So that's what I'm doing. Of course, I'm not getting many kills here because most things other people are taking, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta be aggressive and go out there. And hey, the fact I'm actually shooting stuff with this tank and hitting and penetrating is beyond belief for me. Normally I don't have that good of luck. And so, anyway, I forgot where I was. Yeah, so after doing 100 episodes, you guys can tell I've pretty much come to the end of experiencing new things. I kind of have settled in my ways, figured out how I want to run things, how I want to do things, and so that's why I need to change things up and do like aggressive movements, or with some tanks that I normally wouldn't, or do defensive with some tanks I normally would be aggressive with, or just generally change up my play style just to get it out there and get something different going and just make the game a little less monotonous. And so that's always something that you should probably practice in, you know, any of your games, because the last thing you want to do is get into a routine where you're doing the same thing over and over and it does not become fun after that. And that's kind of hilarious that the artillery piece just landed right behind. So, chase down the little Hummel here. See which assault gun here is better. Probably mine, because he's turning the wrong direction. And then with the G-Dub done, I can go ahead and settle in. So, yeah. This is a... I mean, again, the SU-100M has been a rough tank, and I really haven't opened up the British at all. I really haven't found a desire to play them yet. And while they just announced the Chinese today, and I'll get into that in a different video, I just see limited playability on that one too. And so I really want to focus on some of the tanks I've been wanting to get to. There's been a lot of tanks I've been kind of sloughing off on, haven't really had the opportunity to play some tanks that I wanted to, and you know what? I'm going to start working on those rather than going through the low tier stuff. Except, you know, when I have the occasion and the time, I might pick it up and, you know, do a quick thing here and there about it. And so that's a beautiful little shot right to the head, and I doubt he was expecting I could actually get it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Sometimes being aggressive means also knowing when you're overextended and need to go elsewhere. And I mean, this will show it, but yeah, so I've been kind of all over the place with this episode 100. I mean, I've been looking at different ways to present it, looking at different things I could say or do for episode 100, but you know what? Do what I'm used to, do what I know how to do, and that is just present to you guys the game, my ideas and ramblings while I'm playing and what I'm doing. And you know what? Why not give a T-28 a little push? He wants one, so get him up the hill a little bit quicker. Because you know what? Sometimes you just gotta give somebody a hand there. But yeah, so anyway, where was I? Yeah, all over the place, not knowing what else to really present, just kind of wanting to, you know, do what I do best. And that's present this sort of stuff to you guys. And yeah, I've learned, especially with, you know, just my mentality, is I need to be aggressive, need to push out quick, need to get around the sides of people. Especially since I'm using this 54 now, which I picked up the other day during the what was that sale? The Golden Joystick Award sale. where all the tier 9s were at the price of tier 8s. So I wanted to pick up the one tank I've been always looking forward to, which was this 59 or T54. And so now that I finally have it, I gotta basically level it up because it doesn't start with any good guns. It starts with a 100mm I've been using forever and a half. So gotta play around with it, just see what I can do with it and have fun. And in the meantime, it's actually a really good tank, and I mean it is pretty fast, pretty good at bouncing stuff, and of course it's really fun. The cannon on it's hilarious. So why not go ahead and use it? And it's definitely meant to flank and circle around people and, you know, kind of scoot in and do stuff. But yeah, so I noticed that a bunch of heavies are sitting here in the line. There's no way we're going to break that real easy and quick. And they have a bunch of stuff heading this way to the cap, and we have one guy heading back that way. So I need to get back there, and that's exactly what I'm doing, is I gotta head back. Now, nothing that I can do about the guy who is already capping, but you know what? I'm hoping I can get back there in time to do something about it. And this little tiger definitely is I could take him out, but someone needs to get to base, so I gotta prioritize things here. Tiger is not one that I should go for. He's not gonna do too much to me. All I can do is warn the artillery and tell him that he's gonna have a tiger coming. I mean, the KV-4, while he could potentially have the base on his own, I don't like leaving just one person over there, especially when he's going head-to-head against people. I would much rather give him some support here, especially since now there's 4 people going to be on there, and that E50 could probably take him out. So, time to get back here, start to fit him base the best I can. And I mean, this is, again, being aggressive. Sometimes I gotta roll the dice, and I gotta be the one to, you know, charge out and be aggressive, because otherwise, no one else is going to. And you know what? Again, playstyles of everybody's own desire, and that's what I want to do, is go just crazy sometimes, just run at people, because no one knows how to react to the unexpected. And that's one thing I've learned, is that, you know, sometimes that's the best thing to do. And of course, now these tanks over here are a little too busy focusing on everybody else and not on me. So I'm just going to have to sit here and worry about taking out other stuff. Now luckily, the little pincer here between the KV-4 and myself is going to pan out. Otherwise he was stuck head to head against some of these tanks that it wasn't going to go too well. Now I should, in fact, probably slip into some gold rounds that I have down there. Since I am running that 100mm, I kind of need to be cautious about what I can actually hit and do. The fact I'm bouncing just so many shots is hilarious. But I reset the cap, stop the cap there. Quick spin around so that now they're back on my front plates. Means I can deflect a heck of a lot more than I used to. Because yeah, when they were at that side there, I was it was not going to be a good time. Now where's this KV-4 when I need him? That's the problem. Oh, so they can keep tracking me all day long, but at least I'm going to be able to eliminate this IS. And then from there, or I'll bounce off the IS. Maybe I was wrong. But yeah, we've captured the hill at this point. I've held the cap long enough. And now I got to deal with this E50. What I should do is, again, I should have flipped to gold rounds. As to hitting below him, that's beyond the point there, but reset the cap. Go ahead and again, get tracked. But yeah, I really should have flipped to gold rounds so I could penetrate and kill him from any angle. But where I'm at, it's not bad. I'm sitting here taking no damage, whereas I just got to keep aiming at his commander's cupola, which isn't working too well. And again, reset cap. Hope the M26 can do something, but he doesn't help. Not in time. And so yeah, I mean, I held up people for that long, allowing others to end up capping and winning. And again, that's the whole pulling people off when they need to be focused otherwhere, and letting me just kind of run the show and dictate the movement of the rest of our team, because our team was able to take the hill without any issues, and I was able to stop the cap from ever happening, whereas the KV-4 might have had some trouble, might not have. But getting behind them, it really pulled them away from focusing on that KV-4, allowing us both to focus down people. And so this game's going to end with us in a victory, and you know what? I got time to do one more. Let's bounce into one more here. See, now don't let my videos confuse you guys here. I do die quite a lot, and as you've seen, I died, 2 out of the past 3 I've shown you. But again, you notice that what I did made a huge difference. Even though I didn't live, I ended up, you know, doing the things I needed to help the team win. And I mean, it's not necessarily that I stood out as an all-star, it's that I just did things to cause the other team to have to react, thus opening up opportunities for our team to react, or buying our team time, or just causing general havoc, confusing the other team, making them disorganized. And so things like that really do make a huge difference. You don't have to be the all-star with, you know, 6 to 10 kills. You could be the guy who just gets back there, causes the havoc, pulls 2 or 3 people away so that now we have numbers to overwhelm them, so on and so forth. And I mean, it makes a big difference. And now I'm actually going to apply the same tactic I just showed you to the same map, just with a different tank. And you can see we have, what, a medium and a light back here to deal with that, and there's just one tank on the cap at the moment. So I'm still thinking, you know what, I can sit over here, focus on taking stuff out up here on the hill, not have to worry about too much, not a problem. I mean, the majority of their stuff is locked over here with a guy, you know, over here stopping us, and then one heavy preventing us from coming around that bend. But now I start to see the Ferdinand, where's my mouse? The Ferdinand sitting in the, and watch me bounce off this tank like 3 dozen times, which makes no sense. So this tank with its super armor, me unable to penetrate it at all apparently. Oh, there we go, I was able to. Yeah, we got a Ferdinand back in the train yard, we got another heavy over there. Our what is that thing? The T-50 over there was able to buy us like one quick reset. So I noticed that there's quite a lot of stuff over here. You know what? I don't want to deal with it anymore. So someone needs to get back to the base to help with the cap, because we just lost our T-50, or it was a Leopard rather. Just lost our Leopard, and all we have left is a VK over there. So someone's got to get back to that base, need to stop the cap, and time's ticking pretty fast. So we do have a good chunk up on that hill, and I figure, you know what, I can go down there. I can help delay and cause pull some time off. And I know that, you know, we kind of outnumber them up there. Me alone is not going to help. We definitely need people down there resetting the cap. And I'm fast enough, I can get there in time, whereas some of the other people might not be able to. And so, as long as I can get out of the way, or get the Jagdpanzer out of the way, that quick little thinking of the light tank over there to stall time by sitting in the cap and actually damaging something. What was he, an M5? Yeah, so that helps a lot. He actually was able to reset it just enough that, and held it just enough so that we bought enough time so that, you know, I could get over there, the VK could get over there. We just have enough people now that we can actually do what we need to reset the cap or buy time and make things work out. Because previously, they were, what, down to a third left, and they had enough people on there that they could have easily done it. So I start my target priority, hitting a new tank with every shot. Gotta hit something new. Can't go for the same target because I know that resetting that one tank's not going to make a difference. And so the last tank I need to reset is this ELC. Kill him, and there we go. That's resetting everybody. So now we have all the time in the world. We've completely collapsed their hill over here. Their T-29's gonna probably bounce off me a few times, not really do too much, but again, now I'm facing the side of him, so he's probably able to shoot right through me without an issue until I turn to face him. And there we go, now I can start bouncing. Luckily my penetration's much greater than his hull no matter what angle he's at, so I should be able to wrap him up with another shot here, and that's how you buy your team time and do what you need to do. So VK got him, did what he needed to. I gotta worry about that Ferdinand, but then again, if I can just get to a safe spot, I can sit here and cap all day long and not have to worry about him. So, as soon as I realize what the hell I'm doing here, try and see where he's at, and he's not facing me, so I can go ahead and move in for the cap as opposed to deal with getting shot up. So, go for the cap, and there you go. Being, you know, high risk, high reward. And that's kind of what I've been trying to demonstrate this episode, is that, you know what, sometimes you gotta risk a lot, and, you know, it'll pay off. Not every time, because obviously I die quite a lot. My survival rate's only about 30%. So don't let what I show in these videos by any means come across as me doing, you know, a good thing here or there. But, you know what, for episode 100, I'll do one more battle. I'm not done talking. And plus, maybe at the end, if you guys hang out till after the cool music from Ravi, or formerly known as X-Ray Vision, by the way, because you people keep asking who that is, I will have something else for you guys.
Let's get this show on the road.
Again, I've been all over the board with this this episode, and I promise you this is the last battle, but I felt that, you know what, it's the 100th episode, so why not go all out and burn all the replays I had that are good. I need to start moving back into the whole, you know, playing and talking at the same time, but it's so difficult and so distracting, but we'll have to see how it goes. So anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I mean, that's just... This game is always something else, and you need to find new ways to keep it entertaining to you and keep it, you know, keep you from getting frustrated, because there's plenty of times, and I mean... I might not show you guys the videos of it, but I mean, there are tons of replays I have where I just get shot out by artillery within the first, you know, minute or two of the game, and I just throw my hands up in rage and just say, what the F, or there's some times where just nothing I could do would penetrate a tank, and no matter where I aim, I always miss, or just crazy games where it makes no logical sense and I do so bad or get zero experience or zero efficiency because of some silly maneuver on my own part, or just terrible planning or bad luck or something else. And so a lot of it comes down to the fact that you gotta try new things to keep yourself from getting burned out, and that's what I'm doing now, is just doing all sorts of just crazy movements, doing, you know, pressing really hard with certain tanks or defending with others, and just changing it up to keep me from going insane. And I mean, it really helps break away the monotony, and I mean, I also enjoy it because, hey, like I said, I've probably repeated 3 times now this episode, is that when you throw the other team off their heels, it really makes a difference in your team's able to not only push and advance, but a lot of times people don't know how to react to the unexpected. Like, if I were to do something crazy and run across the board and they're all looking at the standard places that you see people going through choke point wise, and then I suddenly come just screaming down a different way, they're all going to be wondering what the hell to do and how to refocus and be able to take me back on. But, you know, just crazy stuff like that sometimes pays off. But again, high risk, high reward. But then again, it could also be very bad, and it could be like this, where I'm stuck tracked in front of a T-95, having a T-29 keep shooting me, and me bouncing one critical hit I needed. Because you see, one more hit would have killed him, and that one bounced. So, stuff like that, you never know. And it's kind of fun just to, you know, change it up and do different things. Now, luckily the 59's able to kill him, and hopefully I can get out of here before the 50, or the 95 decides to turn and put a gigantic hole in the side of this tank. And so, you know what? I'm going to do something crazy, because they're not going to expect it. And I mean, there is no one else around. I know where they all are. I know a lot of people are under that bridge. I know that I'm not going to be able to penetrate some of that stuff from the front. So you know what? Why not go over the bridge? The one place people tell you to never go. Just cruise on over it. Now, the 95's dead, thankfully, because that would have been an issue. But I mean, yeah, there's nothing over there I need to worry about. Most of our forces over there, most of their army is over there. Just got this M103 up there I could worry about if I wanted to, but you know what? There's artillery to kill, and it's going to be more fun to deal with the artillery anyway. And so I got a full load of rounds. No one's back here to stop me, so I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, kill them dead. Because why not? I mean, again, they weren't expecting it. There's nothing they can do. So, gonna be able to take them out. Now I just need to take out the little GW Panther, and I'd be happy, but apparently that's easier said than done. And I believe he just shot the wall in front of me. So I survived getting nailed by him. And I got a 54 chasing me, so again, that pulled somebody off the front line to come back and deal with me, which is always a good thing. Now he's gonna have to chase me all around the damn complex here, because I'm just gonna run around and ignore him as opposed to go head to head, because yeah, I decided reloading is probably the best idea, seeing as I only had 2 rounds. What would 2 rounds do to him? So, you know what, there's just a low up here I gotta deal with, and then a really hurt T-28, so why not go after them and ignore the 59 who I left in the dust? So, loaded and one dead low and one dead T-28. Oh, and it was Wig, our former clanmate of ours, and he was platooned up with some people. We do have actually clan members on the other side I completely forgot about. Didn't remember to mention that, but yes, there's other clan members doing stuff, and yeah, not paying attention to them. Busy killing off their team. So yeah, now I gotta enter into a head-to-head duel with a 54, who I believe, since he's fully upgraded, because I have a mod that tells me if they're not, gives me an asterisk if their turret's not upgraded, and a some other hashtag, I don't remember what exactly it is, if they're not, don't have their gun upgraded. And so what I'm going to do is have to play head-to-head against him. Since he's full up, he could probably one-shot me. Me, on the other hand, it's 2 shots. Guaranteed 2 shots. So if I can get him to miss, I can probably lay down 2 shots before he'll reload. The trick is getting him to fire and not hit me. Because a low roll, I'll survive. A high roll, I'm dead. Now we're going to play run around the pipes until one of us makes a mistake. And, oh, so there we go. We both hit each other. The low roll for him allowed me to survive. The high roll for me took him down to 1 shot. So I'm good. Now I got the little nice in-between area of the pipes here that I'm going to take advantage of. Now if I could have just shot real quickly, I did, but I missed. He's doing the same thing with me. Oh, and he made the mistake of coming out. And there was down to 1 shot left. So luckily I had the better angle. He backed out just enough. I don't think he realized it. My heart was beating a mile a minute there. I was able to just ace them. They're all contained back here. There's nothing they could do. So I'm going to just go ahead, sit on the cap for the cap points, and take a victory out of that one. And that was a lot of just being daring and just running out at them. I figured that, hey, if I can get behind them and kill their artillery, that's going to be a huge victory right there for me personally. And then on top of that, it really levels the playing field. It makes it much easier for us to do what we need to. It frees up our artillery to focus. It frees up our tanks to not have to worry about hiding from artillery and getting a random 800 hit point shell dropped on top of their heads. You know, stuff like that. So, sit around, go for cap points, go for the win. And that will probably end up wrapping up, because I got 23 seconds left to talk here. Wrapping up episode 100. Sorry it's nothing spectacular. I mean, like I said, I figured I'd go back to what I know best, and that's just presenting my gameplay, presenting my thoughts and theories during my game, and just doing what I do best. Not having to do something spectacular, no off-the-wall craziness, but you know what? If you guys hang tight till after the music, you might find something a little different just for you guys. So, victory here, something at the end. Again, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 100 and all 99 previous episodes, even though it was kind of closer to 125 episodes, if you know what I'm talking about, and there's a bunch of, you know, part 1s and 2s and a bunch of other random videos strewn throughout. Hope you guys enjoyed all my stuff. Hope you guys look forward to my next couple, whatever, 100 videos. I plan to do a lot of stuff and expand a lot of stuff. Hopefully Christmas brings me a, what is that thing called? An HD PVR, so that I can record off my Xbox and be able to play that and enjoy that. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Alright, so I told you guys I'd have a little something after the video, and so I figured I'd fly around my little private server here that I've got going on my my home theater PC that me and a bunch of clanmates play on for Minecraft. Figured I'd use this as a nice little background for while I'm, you know, chit-chatting and... Jesus, I like how every time I log in I find something new here. They keep doing new stuff every time. And of course, I got chunk loading errors. Come on, chunks, load faster. So anyway, yeah, so there's a reason why I'm on here, and you know what, that's to tell you guys that, yeah, you know what, I figured I'm going to start doing a few adventure maps on my private server at home and whatnot else, just something to do, have a little fun, get new content out there, just different stuff to do. And in addition to that, I'm going to start doing other videos as well, you know what, bring more to you. But in the meantime, figured I want to thank you guys for all your loyalty and watching all my episodes here and there and everywhere. I mean, I know I've been doing quite a lot of randomness. You've all been putting up with me randomly disappearing from time to time as I go and participate in that tournament for Flames of War or this tournament for Flames of War, or have to run off to do something here or something there, or deal with work and everything else, and still sticking with me despite the craziness of my release schedules, which are basically non-existent. They're just whenever I get time to release stuff. So, I'm gonna, oh, nuts. So much for that idea. So, I want to thank you guys by offering stuff up. I'm going to put an annotation in here to allow you guys to go to another video, and that video is going to be a private video where it's just going to be accessible only by clicking on the link in, or the annotation in this video, so that way you can go and enter for a chance to win a few prizes here. I'm going to be giving away some things. As to what I'm going to be giving away, well, I'll discuss it in that video. But needless to say, I'm going to be giving out a few things as a thank you, just to you guys. It's going to be open up to pretty much everyone. I'm sure I can gift to anybody in World of Tanks, as opposed to just, you know, one person in the servers, on the NA servers. I'm pretty sure... Wow, this music's loud. Hold on. Alright, so I'll just cut that bit out. Okay, so yeah, I'll end up being able to give away some stuff to some people. Hopefully I'll be able to give away 2 or 3 things depending on how things turn out, but yeah, I'll discuss it in that video. So go ahead and click over there. You'll be able to enter there as well, because I want to keep this video clear of that stuff. You guys go tune into that video over there, and I will be able to hand out some thank you gifts, for lack of better terms. Alright, thanks for tuning into this video, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I'll definitely be changing up the format, so look for a lot more stuff quicker. At least that's the theory. And again, thanks for putting up with all my craziness and scheduling conflicts and whatnot else. And I'll catch you guys, hopefully, in a little bit more tanks and a little bit of Minecraft, and maybe we'll see what Xbox brings to the table, too. Alright, guys, thanks.